Excited, LeBron James talks about Bronny's health. Bucks or Heat. CJ McCollum gives his opinion on the end of the soap opera Damian Lillard. Jarrett Allen suffers injury and misses Cavaliers. Kevin Durant admits Phoenix Suns' year is title or bust. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Free Throw TV, your premier destination for the latest news and insights from the world of basketball. As you can see from the introduction, today's video will cover some significant headlines in the NBA. So, without further ado, let's dive into the news. LeBron James was shocked to learn about his son Bronny James' health problem. LeBron announced that he will dedicate his next season to Bronny, talking about the young man's current condition. In July, the boy fainted during USC training and went to the hospital. Then, doctors confirmed that there was a cardiac arrest. Now, the Los Angeles Lakers star is relieved. Bronny had an anatomically and functionally significant congenital heart defect, which is treatable. The young man has recovered and will play the college basketball season normally. During a press conference, LeBron revealed that the experience had put everything into perspective, emphasizing the importance of family in a person's life. No matter what is going on in your life at that moment, the only thing that matters is your family, said LeBron James. The Lakers' idol also spoke of his son's remarkable recovery and resilient spirit. He praised the young man, stating that you wouldn't even know what he went through if you saw him now. Finally, LeBron James described Bronny as lively and full of health. In addition to his physical recovery, Bronny is excelling as a student despite missing the team's first practice. USC coach Andy Enfield praised the young man's achievements, emphasizing that he is a true student and athlete, doing very well in college. The coach awaits the return of his new player, who is not yet fully ready to play. Meanwhile, LeBron continues to train for the next NBA season. Although he did not participate in the Lakers' debut in the friendly phase, the star is strong for his 21st campaign in the league. Detail: James has averaged 25 points or more since his second year as a pro. Even though LeBron James is close to turning 39, the idol still plans to continue in the NBA. And one of the main goals would be to play alongside Bronny. Recently, James spoke about the issue and made it clear that he plans to act for a few more seasons. The plans continue despite everything that has happened, he said. I want to play alongside you, just like others. Ken Griffey Sr. played with Ken Griffey Jr. For now, Bronny must participate in the 2024 draft. At the same time, LeBron has a guaranteed contract with the Lakers until the new season. Then, in 2024-25, he has the option to leave his contract and play for another team. LeBron has already said on other occasions that he intends to play with his son, Bronny, before retiring. The star's firstborn, in fact, is expected to join the league in the 2024-25 season. However, James' retirement is a topic that is beginning to take shape. According to John Ireland, an ESPN journalist who covers the Lakers, filming around the star began to be filmed last season. Andy Thompson, Michael Thompson's brother, spent a lot of time with us this year. He was the one who filmed The Last Dance and has worked in the NBA for 30 years. So, if one day LeBron wants the documentary, I think Andy is saving the material to have the opportunity to tell the story, said Ireland during the Awful Announcing podcast. The Last Dance series took more than 20 years to be released. Thus, there is no guarantee whether such material about LeBron will come out in the near future. However, its success is expected to at least equal that of the Michael Jordan documentary. CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard developed a strong friendship while playing together for the Portland Trail Blazers. It was almost a decade of partnership on and off the court. Therefore, the shooting guard was very attentive to the development of this soap opera involving the star's departure from Oregon. He knows that his friend wanted to be a Miami Heat player, but he believes that the Milwaukee Bucks were an even better destination. I'm really happy for Damian, first of all. Of course, things didn't go exactly the way both parties wanted, but I think everyone got what they were looking for. He always talked about the importance of being champion. Miami would be great, certainly. But you can argue that Milwaukee is even better thinking about a title, said the now New Orleans Pelicans athlete. The Bucks may be a competitive team, but there are several reasons why Milwaukee is not attractive to players. It is one of the smallest centers in the league and, in addition, it has a very harsh winter. However, for McCollum, it has an incomparable point regarding Florida, something that unbalances the scales. The Heat don't offer a teammate like Giannis Antetokounmpo. Miami was where Damian wanted to play. But, taking away the climate and the tax break, he was sent to an even better situation competitively. You will, after all, play with the best player in the NBA. With all due respect to Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, but Giannis is different. There is no one like this guy in terms of dominance, pointed out the shooting guard. The Blazers were heavily criticized during the Lillard trade process because of his impassive stance. The franchise didn't like the Heat's assets and, therefore, didn't even give chances to the star's favorite destination. This made the athlete's manager force his hand to try to place his client in Miami. It wasn't a period of good relations, but McCollum believes everyone ended well. Portland sent Damian into a competitive situation and got what he wanted, so I don't think you can question everything. The team found the assets they were looking for. They can build around the young talent they have gathered and, with that, move forward. In turn, Damian is in a title contender. Everyone won. Analyzed the veteran scorer. The shooting guard knows that the issue of his friend's desire for Miami should still be in the spotlight for a while longer. However, any argument pales in comparison to Antetokounmpo's basketball. There is no player who dominates a basketball game like Giannis does. To sum it up, he is a really tough player to mark. They will be very good, he assured. CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard went from teammates to opponents in different conferences in a short space of time, which means they will face each other twice a year and then only in the finals. Obviously, if they both get there. The shooting guard knows it is difficult, but guarantees that the reunion can still happen soon. You never know what can happen in a season. All we can hope for, then, is to reach the playoffs healthy. I wish Damian all the best. I hope he can reach the East Decision, the finals, and compete for the title he so deserves. And I certainly hope the Pelicans and I do the same in the West. We have the capacity to do this, concluded McCollum. The season hasn't even started, and the Cleveland Cavaliers will be without center Jarrett Allen, who suffered an ankle injury. According to the Ohio team, Allen is out for at least 2 weeks. Now, the athlete will undergo treatment and must miss the entire preseason. Meanwhile, coach J.B. Bickerstaff is expected to use veteran Tristan Thompson in preparation games. The Cavs begin their next campaign against the Brooklyn Nets on October 25th. It is also possible that Bickerstaff plays with a lower formation. In this case, Evan Mobley would play center. It is worth noting that the board even discussed the idea of an exchange involving Allen. The athlete's poor performance in the playoffs motivated the team to think about the matter. Against the New York Knicks, he didn't do well and saw Mitchell Robinson dominate the paint, especially in the game that eliminated the Cavs. And even worse, everything happened in the first round. At least Jarrett Allen's injury comes at a time of preparation for the Cavaliers. Last season, for example, he played in 68 matches. But nothing was worse than in 2021-22. In that campaign, the athlete's absence was responsible for the team's drop in performance. Until he got injured and missed 26 games, the Cavs were in the playoff zone. Then, the team fell and had to go through the play-in. Even with a positive record, the Cavaliers lost to the Brooklyn Nets and the Atlanta Hawks, leaving them out of the postseason. Then, after the arrival of Donovan Mitchell, Cleveland took a leap in quality and went to the playoffs with 4th place in the East, without any scares. But the fall against the Knicks left the board worried. As a result, even Mitchell jumped back into trade rumors during the offseason. Now, the Ohio team begins the preseason without one of its main players. The team's first match in the friendly phase is against the Atlanta Hawks next Tuesday. Kevin Durant's Phoenix Suns are one of the big favorites for the 2023-24 NBA season, and he knows the cost will be huge. In an interview with SiriusXM Radio, the star highlighted the idea that the team will be held accountable for the championship, even if he does not agree with the vision that the media imposes. The trade for Bradley Beal put even more pressure on a team that, in addition to Durant, has Devin Booker. Man, sports are business, and there is increasingly this excessive demand for results. So, we know that if we don't win the championship, we will be criticized. I don't consider this to be ideal thinking, but I know how things are. So let it be so, he explains. I feel that we must win every game, and that the title is the main objective. But I don't talk about it openly. I don't like exposing the team to it. So, the most important thing is to get to know each other even better, work on our development. This should be our focus. Things will happen naturally from then on, highlights the star. So we understand that we will be criticized if we don't win. This happened to me almost every year I wasn't champion. The big point is not to bring this pressure from outside on ourselves. Let's work individually to become better and better. It's about doing our job in the best way possible and then seeing what happens, he concludes. Almost no franchise is in as big an all-in process as the Suns in the NBA. The team has almost no control over its draft choices for the next few years after completing trades for Durant himself and also for Beal in the 2023 market. The arrival of the star during the trade deadline for the 2022-23 season attracted even more spotlight to the franchise. The star played an important role in several subsequent negotiations for the team, which lost flexibility to add new players, with so many high salaries combined. In addition to Beal, Durant highlighted that he recruited Yuta Watanabe to the team. The veteran expects great things from the Japanese this season. Both were teammates on the Brooklyn Nets. He's a guy who generates expectations. We've had a great relationship since we met in Brooklyn. An elite pitcher who has pleased everyone in training. It's a great addition for us, he said. And the Phoenix Suns continue to move to improve the fit around Kevin Durant and the other stars. The exchange of DeAndre Ayton, for example, brought 4 more players to the franchise. The deal was part of the movement that took Damian Lillard to the Milwaukee Bucks. Jusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson arrived at the Suns. Finally, the pressure is clear and evident on a team that, above all, has never been an NBA champion. Durant and his teammates are aware that the demand is equally proportional to the excitement that a meeting of stars like this generates. And thus, we conclude our round of news for today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any NBA news. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter as well, as we provide updates throughout the day over there. Now, at the end, YouTube will be recommending some videos from our channel, so go ahead and watch them all. Until the next video, peace to all.